alright, man.
Ain't really getting nowhere because they put you there.
Everything
they put
that everybody
there.
else is doing.
Because they put you there. They put you
there.
Because what you told me, Dave, you told me this here a long time ago. John, I'm sorry to say it to you though, but they do shit to you to appease you.
Yeah, that's fucked up how shit transpires for people, man. It sucks, man. It's terrible. How people get done in this country, in America, because they don't know.
Dave, cause look, I know you and your old lady, y'all lived. I know y'all lived and y'all watched that the documentary I sent you about fluoride.
Hey man, no.
Cause it got our boy on the front part of it. Bill, watch, listen.
Boy, you see all them bastards came together this past weekend.
Bro, you know you big, bro. Say, bro, they say.
Kind of Harvey Relief. You know that motherfucker just conspiring like a motherfucker, man. Old man Bush in a wheelchair. He about ready to fall. He 90 something.
You know, like I say, you know your is. That big. Yeah, good people. What's going on? The truth is the truth. It's time for it. It's time for us to know the truth is people lie, numbers don't. And now it's time to put them out. What's up there, Amber? What's up there, Amber? Amber? What's happening, Amber?
Amber? Oh, Amber.
Hi, Amber. What's happening, Amber?
What's up, man? What's up with the cool today?
All right. Embry. That's it. That Embry, my bad. But you know the other dude. You know the other dude, huh? Yeah. Shit on there. Like I said again, we doing good where we at.
Yeah.
All I'm doing is talking the truth. Yeah, too many bringing more and more. Who you want to get rid of first? On the Joker? Yeah, the Joker. He. Hold on. Both of them, they both came in together. They both came in together. So when one of them leave, they both gonna leave. So peace. Do the Joker. Do the Joker. Do the Joker. Cause the Joker's on you, Jack. Ain't that special how they went? The Joker's on. Cause they go be violent in a session by themselves on the real.
Yeah.
But I was just talking to my boy. I sent it to him and his old lady about that fluoride. Did I ever send it to you?
Yeah.
No, that they all I can tell you is to know that in the circle of life, what you do is your judgment. Like I said, we live in the circle of life. Like I said again, Dave, we live in the circle of life. What to come back to this world as is not to be on some shit. You heard what I said? So you just think about the shit that you do in this life, just like the Bible say, sets you up for your afterlife. Because the circle of life going to continue. But here go your boy, dog, or Bill Cosby. Check out what he's saying, dude. Check out what he's saying, Amber. Yeah, what? Listen. I know, but why? Well, listen what he's saying.
It's Mr. Tooth Decay here. You know, making cavities used to be easy, but it's getting harder now. Mostly because of grass bites cavities, so I'm gonna bite grass. Now, grass got fluoride in it, and Buster's always telling people to watch the beach, have checkups, and brush off it with grass.
Fluoride. It is hailed by the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention as one of the 10 great public health achievements of the 20th century. In fact, for over 60 years, the American Dental Association has stated that brushing with fluoride toothpaste will prevent tooth decay. But is this true? Is there more to this story than what we've been told?
Triumph over tooth decay. Procter & Gamble announces Crest toothpaste with Fluoristan, its exclusive fluoride compound, world's greatest weapon against decay.
Look, Mom, no cavities.
Yes, Crest toothpaste really cuts down cavities because Crest has fluoride. The same fluoride dentists put right on teeth to prevent decay. With Crest, you put this fluoride on your teeth at home, too. Prevent cavities. Use Crest.
Crest is accepted by the American Dental Association.
Today, 95% of the toothpaste sold in the United States contains fluoride, and 72% of all water is fluoridated.
Fluoride is safe and effective, and it's one of the most inexpensive ways to really cut down on dental decay.
Anything we can do to help prevent cavities on children, I think, is very important.
Absolutely, fluoride is safe. It's effective.
Fluoridation of community water is extremely safe and extremely effective in preventing tooth decay. Science is on the side of fluoride being safe and effective. There is no controversy about this in the scientific community.
If it's such a simple issue, how is it that it's still going on after half a century? I remember it being debated
Yeah, well, 30 years ago.
and it's continuously debated. But just because we've been doing something 50 years doesn't necessarily mean that it's right.
Public health officials knew then what they know now. Would we have fluoride? Would it be added to our drinking water? Well, today a coalition of scientists, dentists, and doctors are taking action to stop fluoridation until it is proven safe.
Yeah, they like putting the fear in people, though. But the truth is the truth, dog. That's fucked up. Especially what fluoride is.
The first widespread commercial use of fluoride was for the eradication of vermin. Since the 1800s, sodium fluoride has been a key ingredient in rat poison and insecticides. These products were commonly used in and around the home to kill lice, mice, rats, and insects. Fluoride proved to be not only a good way to kill rodents, but also an effective way to kill a man. As the use of fluoride became more popular, reports began flooding in of people dying from ingesting this toxic substance. Headlines screamed, "Roach poisoned in pancakes kills 11 men. Rancher takes dose of poison by mistake." Article after article, all having the same tragic endings, proving that sodium fluoride can and does indeed cause death. In fact, during the last part of the 19th century, the Industrial Revolution was taking hold of the modern world. An unfortunate byproduct of this technological revolution was that it created the most toxic pollutants known to man. And the most hazardous and destructive of them all was fluoride. In his award-winning book, The Fluoride Deception, investigative journalist Christopher Bryson examines fluoride's disturbing history. Bryson notes that in its early days, fluoride was a widely known and well-documented killer. Documentation from early lawsuits against fluoride manufacturers clearly shows that fluoride was a hazard, not only to humans, but to the environment as well, with damages reaching into the tens of millions of dollars. By 1930, the aluminum industry was the largest and most influential fluoride polluter. Industrial giants such as Alcoa knew they had to do something. Vegetation and livestock near Alcoa plants were being decimated as toxic fluoride fumes lingered, rendering nearby cattle lame and crippled, even causing death. One newspaper article from that time proclaimed, "During the past year, we had 51 head of cattle die. We had laboratory tests made, and these tests show excessive amounts of fluorine in the liver and kidneys. Also, some of our young cows had lost their teeth. Our saddle horses were so crippled from fluorine poisoning, they had to be shot." The serious nature of fluoride toxicity was beginning to be realized. As a result, fluoride's threat to corporate America was laid out in an exhaustive review conducted by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. Toxicologist Floyd Dietz warned of new medical information exposing fluoride's harmful effects. Danish scientist Kaj Roholm singled out the aluminum industry, specifically Alcoa, as the source of much of the fluoride poisoning. Fluoride was causing irreparable damage, and the word was getting out. Alcoa knew they had to act fast. Their high-powered attorneys sprung into action, quickly buying up farms and paying out settlements. Ironically enough, during that time, the U.S. Public Health Service was under the jurisdiction of the United States Treasury Secretary, Andrew W. Mellon. Mellon was the founder and major stockholder of Alcoa. He was also the founder of the Mellon Institute, an industry-funded research institute that was notorious for giving corporations such as Alcoa the scientific guide they needed to defend themselves against lawsuits. The Mellon Institute published questionable and self-serving evidence that supported the effectiveness of fluoride in fighting tooth decay. In doing so, the Mellon Institute rats had put a smiling face on what had been a scientifically recognized environmental and workplace poison. It was an aluminum industry-funded scientist, Dr. Gerald Cox, who worked at the Mellon Institute, that first made the proposal to artificially fluoridate public water supplies. Mellon's economic interest in fluoridation was obvious. Fluoridation provided the chemical industry an opportunity to void liability of their poisonous fluoride waste by means of promoting it as a health benefit. The official human experiments began in Grand Rapids, Michigan on January 25, 1945. 107 barrels of sodium fluoride were delivered to Grand Rapids, where city technicians began tipping them into the city's water supply. They were the first to publicly fluoridate their water. It was to serve as the test city, and its tooth decay rates were to be compared with those of non-fluoridated Muskegon.
The study only lasted 5 years. There are no permanent teeth in the child born at the beginning of the study. It was an unblinded study. They did no measure of safety, and they claimed that there was a tremendous benefit to the permanent teeth. Well, there weren't any permanent teeth in the children who were born at the beginning of the study, and soon thereafter they fluoridated Muskegon, the control city. It's a phony baloney study used to demonstrate the benefits, where there are none.
Unfortunately, fluoride's ugly side has almost entirely escaped the public view. As Bryson points out, historians have failed to record that fluoride pollution was in fact the biggest legal worry of the industries that were involved in developing the atomic bomb program. As some may remember, the Manhattan Project was a secret program which brought the atomic bomb into existence. But what most people are totally unaware of is the fact that fluoride was an essential element in the production of the atom bomb.
There was a guy named Harold Hodge that was the chief toxicologist for the Manhattan Project, and basically, in order to create the nuclear weapons, they needed massive amounts of fluoride. He was hired as a toxicologist, or part of the team, to determine is there going to be any toxic effects of fluoride in this project. Really what they were worried about is they were worried about lawsuits. They knew that there was negative effects of fluoride. They had to basically invent this whole scheme so they could use the high levels of fluoride in the Manhattan Project to create atomic.
For more than 70 years, fluoridation is safe and effective.
They always say you're guilty until they always say you're innocent until proven guilty, huh? They guilty the fuck out that dude, outside that dude, that dude was history after all that shit.
2 New York cities. One fluoridated, the other.
And when you look at Bill Cosby, bitch ass, not Bill Cosby, Bill Clinton, bitch ass, this bitch a billionaire motherfucker. After doing with Kenya, I'm like, what the fuck?
Remember, the difference is he's one time most powerful motherfucker on this motherfucker.
Right, and keep and the truth about it, Bill Cosby ain't nobody, you dig, but you still know.
You ain't shit.
You ain't shit. They showed it too.
All your motherfucking money, you ain't shit.
Look. I ought to put that song on that Jay-Z made, huh? Still nigga.
Cosby had more money than this.
Like I said, put that song on that Jay-Z made. Still nigga. Still nigga. Told the Ambry he was gonna leave. No, he still that dude hold on. Huh? Yeah, that dude hold on. He hold on, look like. And he killing too. He killing pedestrians. But give him a little while, we better give him a little while, we better put another boot on. Yeah. But you was hearing what I was talking about, huh, Amber? About the water and shit. But like I told you, so just think, if they fucking your water up, what you think they doing to food? That's supposed to be food. It is what it is, but you say, not you, but other people be saying, well, you're gonna die or something. But shit, you don't want to die right now. And you definitely don't want to get sick and have to go in the hospital and die. Because that's the place where they can kill you at, because you heard the first thing that I showed you. I let you hear where the boy lay up there and let you know that you are on the stock market. Let you know that you got a whole account with your name on it and everything. And once you die, your death certificate lets them be able to access your account and them bitches get paid. And I put it on that simply because it's a scholar that went through all college and did all the knowledge and went through all the different hoops and everything to show you how to get your ass out of that shit. Because think about it. If you work more dead than alive, they don't want you alive. But it is what it is, bro. Hey, like I said, as long as you know them, it's good to go. I ain't got no problem with it. But all you gotta do is let them know when somebody else come in that you know that's not with it. I'm talking about playing peaceful and make some money. Kick, Kick, hey, bro, think about it, dog. The truth is the truth, bro. If we don't have to have violence in the game, and we ain't making no violence in the game because it's part of the violence in the game, somebody else is making violence because they want to. Cause you ask anybody, why are you coming fuck with me and I ain't fucking with you? Well, we playing the game. Wait, hold on. So right there, let me know you're a puppet to what the game telling you to do, because you doing what the game say do and not really what you want to do. Am I right or wrong? And he'll say, huh? I say, if you want to fuck with my shit, that's because you're a dirty, low down person that want to fuck over people's shit. I ain't do you nothing. And if not, you doing what the game telling you to do, so you're a puppet for the fucking game. So which one are you? And then they click off. Just like that dude just did. Because like I said again, the truth is the only thing that will set you free when it comes deep from within your heart. When you sit down and think about it long enough to know that you was taught some bullshit. And the bullshit is to move fucking fast and not think shit out first. But, like I said again, some people are stuck on stupid, don't want to be straight because they know they're straight, gonna show that they've been stupid for a long time and they just ain't ready to see themselves like that yet. But I just try to tell them, what happens if you don't get a then? What happens when your now is just now? And your future you don't never see because you died in the now. It is what it is, man. I know that love is as sturdy as straight could be when you love from the truth coming from your heart instead of starting to hate. Got you the jumpy call, huh?
Yeah, man.
With that call?
Yeah.
I ain't know they had a mission with it getting that car there. That's nice. I ain't know that. Oh, all right. Oh, no, you went to that menu then. Okay. Nigga, you know how to do all that there. How you don't know how to go to the mission with where it's set up where you can get $42,240. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, this mission here, I go to this mission here and make that come up every time. That same price.
My phone ain't on loud.
If movie calls, it brings him to go.
I have on silent when you couldn't hear shit. So. You called 39 minutes ago?
Mm-hmm. I thought you was gonna stick that landing like a ballerina, son.
They're not fluoridated. The impetus for the first fluoridated city, Grand Rapids, was born from this study. However, recently declassified documents show that this study was a complete fabrication. A trail of declassified Manhattan Project papers unearthed by investigative journalist Christopher Bryson showed that the toxicology department at the University of Rochester, which was under the direction of Harold Hodge, secretly monitored the Newberg experiment to, quote, supply evidence useful in the litigation arising from an alleged loss of a fruit crop. In fact, these once restricted documents revealed that as far back as 1944, the Manhattan Project was spending money on toxicology studies on fluoride. Why? Because fluoride was the key ingredient used in the process of enriching uranium. Enriched uranium was the linchpin of the U.S. military's fledgling nuclear weapons program. Fluoride became a national security issue. The declassified documents suggest that Newberg was simply another human experiment, one used to justify the interests and advancement of the nuclear industrial state. The final report of Newberg concluded that small concentrations of fluoride were safe. Yet documents reveal that the top fluoride scientist in the U.S., Dr. H. Trindley Dean, known as the father of fluoridation, secretly opposed the experiment, fearing that fluoride's toxicity would be revealed. Until now, Dean's dissent on Newberg has never been made public.
There's irrefutable evidence that the U.S. military, the Manhattan Project, the makers of the atomic bomb, concealed evidence of fluoride's harm to their workers, to the community, and to the American public. One study was published in the Journal of the American Dental Association in 1948 by Dale.
In these files, Manhattan Project Captain Peter Dale at the University of Rochester reported preliminary results of dental investigations among laboratory fluoride workers at Columbia University. He concluded that fluoride did not prevent cavities in the 95 laboratory workers examined. Quote, their teeth seemed to be deteriorating rapidly, and their gums bled more freely. In fact, most of the hydrofluoric acid workers examined had few or no teeth left. They were in large part toothless or nearly toothless. This information, however, was left out of the published version. The published study merely notes that the fluoride workers had fewer cavities than did the unexposed workers. They didn't mention the fact that they had fewer cavities because their teeth had fallen out of their mouths. Since World War II, fluoride has been one of the most destructive environmental pollutants. At one point during the Cold War, fluoride was blamed for more damage claims against industry than all 20 other major air pollutants combined.
Fluoride was responsible for one of the most notorious environmental disasters in U.S. history, the town of Donora, Pennsylvania, which jump-started the environmental movement.
In 1948, the small mill town lost 20 people, and an estimated 6,000 men, women, and children were sickened by U.S. Steel's dark blanketing smog. Even the town's name betrayed its corporate roots. Donora was an amalgam of the first name of Nora Mellon, the wife of industrialist Andrew W. Mellon.
After the Halloween disaster in Donora, Pennsylvania, Philip Stadler, a chemist, went to Donora, and he was able to test and measure and prove that it was fluoride that had caused all of those deaths.
Sadler quickly went public. Article after article ran the story, Chemist says fluorine gas caused 19 smog deaths. Sadler said, chronic fluorine poisoning has been killing people in Donora for a long time. It has left its characteristic trademark in the valley's animals, crops, and vegetation. Both the U.S. Army and the Atomic Energy Commission, now known as the Energy Department, had a secret and vital interest in the outcome of the Donora disaster. If fluoride were fingered for the Donora deaths, it might bring unwanted scrutiny of worker health safety for those in the bomb factories, resulting in damage suits and expensive requirements for air pollution controls. On October 1949, the Public Health Service official report on Donora was released. The 173-page government document appeared to be of similar size to that of the Holy Bible and came to virtually no conclusions. The report's emphasis was on bad weather and that the disaster was therefore an act of God. The report made no mention of fluoride. Could it be there was a vested interest on the part of the government not to upset the public concerning the potential dangers of fluoride? Although it was Gerald Cox's idea that ultimately led to the endorsement of water fluoridation, the man who gave the official endorsement was Federal Security Administrator Oscar R. Ewing, Alcoa's top Wall Street attorney. 9 months after the Donora disaster, Ewing made a surprise announcement for the nation. The U.S. Public Health Service was reversing a long-held position. The ex-Alcoa lawyer declared that his agency now favored adding fluoride to drinking water across the United States. Coincidence? When it came time to choose a public relations representative to persuade public opinion in favor of water fluoridation, Ewing chose none other than the father of public relations himself, Edward Bernays.
When they're selling water fluoridation, they didn't just walk out and say it's good for you. They actually hired Edward Bernays, Sigmund Freud's nephew, to sell Americans on how good it was to have silicon fluoride in the water.
Edward Bernays was the one that created how to control the population through media and through advertising.
Edward Bernays, also known as the father of spin, pioneered the idea of crowd psychology. In 1928, he wrote a book called Propaganda, in which he wrote, "If we understand the mechanism and motives of the group mind, is it not possible to control and regiment the masses according to our will with..."
Now you see what I listen to, and this what passes a lot of time doing this bullshit. And see, when people come on here, they don't want to hear the truth. You hear me? Huh? I said this. You hear what I listen to all day, every day. I said you listen to what I listen to all day, every day. I listen to what's going on, the shit that's behind the scenes. Yeah, cause I'm like it's here. I'm holding a lot in me, you dig? But I'm giving a lot out of me. You got what I'm saying? Because being, you know, I'm gonna leave you alone until you finish that little mission, cause it seems like you can't talk and do this mission at the same time. The dude's killing you. Yeah, once you get back to the car, you all right. Yeah, they like your ass up in that pen. Yeah, I mean, if I ain't had no explosive tip rounds, I couldn't get those on them helicopters that be coming so fast. Cause soon they lock on you, they get you.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, like I broadcast. I give him a reason to live damn want to ban my shit. Fuck that. I talk about real shit. Fuck that shit. And they gonna tell me copyrights, but then you can go back and see YouTube use it on their YouTube exclusive mix and shit. Man, fuck y'all, all that bullshit. I know one thing. Either the truth gonna come out, I'm gonna say it, or the truth gonna come out, somebody gonna say it. It's gonna come out. But I know you tripping off of this water. Well, you ain't listening then. The water.
Out there knowing it, he called it the engineering of consent.
Listen.
Bernays introduced the corporate giants to crowd psychology methods and polished techniques to manipulate society. He convinced the population to buy on impulse things they didn't even need. In his writings, he concluded that individuals were controlled by 4 basic motivations: self-preservation, aggression, security, and sex. Bernays' belief was that by appealing to any of these four motives, it was possible to manipulate the majority of the population into doing almost anything. You could brainwash them into smoking cigarettes, starting wars, electing politicians, you name it. And given the proven effectiveness of these techniques, it was no coincidence that the Aluminum Company of America asked Bernays to head the campaign for the fluoridation of the United States water supply.
People like Bernays were masters of social engineering. His entire thesis, if you will, is that you don't talk to the public in a rational, scientific way. Instead, you appeal to their emotions and you invoke their fears. He was key in getting women to start smoking. He positioned cigarettes as being sexy and individualistic and power to the woman. That was the framing of why women should start smoking.
A consumerist culture was born, and the United States government took notice. U.S. agencies soon adopted Bernays' techniques of manipulation to manufacture the fear of an ever-present danger in the minds of the people, to give those in power greater control of what Bernays called the mass mind. He went on to propose in his book Propaganda, those who manipulate this unseen mechanism of society constitute an invisible government, which is the true ruling power of our country. We are governed, our minds are molded, our tastes formed, our ideas suggested, largely by men we have never heard of. This statement holds just as true today as it did in the 20s when Bernays first wrote it. Throughout medical science, including dentistry, poison-producing corporations have always been able to infiltrate major institutions and dominate their narrative.
When Christopher Bryson was writing this book, The Fluoride Deception, he reached out to Edward Bernays. Bernays said it was child's play to convince the American public that fluoride was good for them.
While the official narrative rang, the case for fluoride had been proven.
Yeah, we were taught to
Some
be
people
stupid.
weren't so quick to jump on the fluoridation bandwagon.
Because fluoride had been used for years as a rat poison, to kill coyotes, to kill cockroaches. Some of those opposing fluoridation were in fact dentists. And because of their advocacy for safe water, they were censored by the American Dental Association. If they worked for the Public Health Service, they got fired. If they were team players and kept their mouths shut, they got to keep their job. So out of fear, many people who knew better remained silent.
The true story behind water fluoridation can be hard to swallow. The facelift performed on fluoride dating back more than 60 years ago has misled generations. Instead of conjuring up the image of a crippled worker or a poisoned forest, we see smiling children. As a new generation arises, we must sound the alarm yet again. To those who have ears to hear, this film is meant to be a warning. This film will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that fluoride is a deadly poison being added to our water supply. It will further prove that the chemical commonly known as fluoride is the only chemical added to public drinking water to treat you, the individual, rather than the water. The information presented in this film can change your life. It can help protect your health and the health of your loved ones. It will lay out the real facts behind water fluoridation. It will expose the hidden hand behind the curtain, pulling the levers of industry, corporate profit, and public perception. Fluoridation is neither safe nor effective, but rather a fraud. And honestly, one of the biggest hoaxes ever perpetrated in human history.
Why it's not on the news, huh?
To say things like tobacco is harmless, fluoride is harmless, Agent Orange is harmless.
You heard what I said? I said, ain't that something? Why this not on the news? That's something, huh? I said, ain't that something? Why this not on the news? What we listening to? It ain't on the news. It ain't on the news because they don't want the people to know we being poisoned. Yep. If everybody knew, if everybody knew that the water is so fucking contaminated to the point where we ain't supposed to be taking a bath in it. It is what it is. Some people can't afford to buy the water. Right or wrong? It's bad, bro, because Because like I said again, it's bad because when you look at it, the ones that can't afford bottled water gotta suffer drinking water that got fluoride in it that's killing them. What the fuck? Where are the people that's supposed to be looking in the water before the water goes to the people no matter what? That's the ones that putting the motherfucking poison in the water.
So black men in third world countries, fucking donkeys. You don't see nothing wrong with it. Really fucking donkeys. Animals. Bestiality.
Bestiality. I'm trying to tell you, the world trying to do what they want to, bro. See, that's why, like I said again, when I ask people questions, that's how you get to see what they thinking, where they mind at. And I'm trying to tell you, a lot of people on this game don't be thinking, bro. A lot of people on this game don't be thinking. See, like with me and you, I'm always making me a movie. You did, because like I said again, my time is mine, and I'm not gonna waste it. Because when I told you that you're gonna get 42240, that's 42,240. Isn't that my? Why this here? Isn't that my four? Two sets of eyes, meaning two people. There's the four again, and there's the third four. Instead of a fourth four, I just gave you the circle of life because it wouldn't let me put another four there. Like I said again, I asked for it and I got it. It was like Toyota. And like I said again, if you think I'm bullshitting, right after you can finish your mission, I'm gonna invite you to one, and I'm gonna show you. And it ain't gonna take long neither. You know how long we be taking? It ain't gonna take long. I'm gonna show you, cause you're gonna trip out. You're gonna say, "Wow, what you doing?" Yeah, take your time, son. I'm inside. Yeah. No, I'm gonna take her out here so we wouldn't have this session to ourselves. Come on, dog. Yeah, I'm gonna leave her in here. I might invite you with her. Yeah, I invite you with her, cause then I can talk to you. If I invite you with the guy, I ain't ready to talk to you. Man, take your time, dog. Shit. You be killing me with that, son. I thought you knew about me by now. I got nothing but patience, partner. I be laughing at you when sometimes when you die on a survival mode, you just leave. Because you left with me and my girl in there, and we was on, I think we was on 6. No, 7. Yeah, we was on 7. And you left. I said, oh, he didn't like getting killed like that there. That pissed him off. So you left. So I finished them all. I finished them all after that death. And made the 30,000 because I said, let me show this nigga I can finish these motherfuckers with 2 fucking characters. Huh? I already told you, I just do the survival to show people that I can kill too if I wanted to. Because first thing somebody says is this here, look at your KD, look at your KD. I'm like I said, look at it. I'll pull out that Gallagher gun and shoot their head off. I don't be playing when if I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you.
harmless, they say. DDT was harmless. Yeah, GMOs now, they say, are harmless. There's a long history of science selling out to corporate interests while the people are systematically poisoned. And to this day, people still believe fluoride is safe in the drinking water, and the majority of dentists still believe it's safe to put in toothpaste and to put in different types of compounds.
Most people in America are persuaded that everybody fluoridates their water. And if you're living in a town like Albany or Long Island or Ithaca or somewhere, but the vast majority of the population of the world does not drink fluoridated water. Most of the countries do not fluoridate the water. Only about 30.
The countries now that have banned the use of fluoride, China, Austria, Belgium, Finland, Germany, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, the Netherlands, Hungary, and Japan. All these countries have said that fluoride, number one, is ineffective and toxic and should not be used. We are still using it. There's something wrong here. I think it's time that we become aware and do something about it.
How come our country that's supposed to be, quote, so smart, uses it? Well, there's something going on here. What does the European Union know that we don't know? Nothing. Nothing. They know the same thing, that's why, but the difference is they're not getting paid off when we are. And so therefore, this is what the only thing I can come up with, because they both have the same facts. They both have the same facts. Fluoride is toxic. Fluoride is not helping your teeth. If it was really helping your teeth, why do we have all these dental problems? It's not at all. How come you can go to primitive societies around the world that never had even seen fluoride, and they have perfect teeth? Why are we having all these learning disorders? How come we're having autism? We're having all these things we never had before. Well, why don't we ask that question and answer it honestly? Answer it honestly.
98% of Europe does not fluoridate. Only 8 countries in the world have more than 50% of their population drinking water. America, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, Israel, Singapore, Malaysia, and Colombia. Only 8.
I think Europeans have come to their senses on several issues, not all of them, but on many. GMOs being one of them, and fluoride being another. They've rejected these things because they're looking at the evidence. America tends to be way behind the curve on really recognizing reality in the realm of fraudulent hoax science.
Our CDC and the liars in Washington, D.C. have only had success in countries that speak English for the vast majority of the disposal of their hazardous waste product. That means that you and I and our children in the United States are the largest consumers of hydrofluosilicic acid. Call it what it is. Hydrofluosilicic acid. What is it? Hydro is water, fluo, fluoride, silicic, sand, and it's missing an electron. It's acidic. It'll kill you. You take your hand, dip it in like that, and you're going to die. Hydrofluosilicic acid does not occur in nature. It's a man-made molecule. And it eats through concrete, glass, stainless steel, fiberglass, plastic. You name it, it'll eat it. So why are we putting that in the water?
First night, hazmat crews from all across our area responded to a chemical leak this afternoon in Rock Island. The chemical was so strong that it was burning through the concrete there. News 8's Christy Mergenthal has the latest.
It was just before 1 o'clock Thursday afternoon when hazmat crews were called to the Rock Island Water Treatment Plant for a chemical spill coming from this tanker truck. The chemical hydrofluorosilicic acid is used to add fluoride to the plant's water. After several hours, crews were able to clean up the leak and allow operations to return to normal.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. I gotta get back to my I gotta get back to my bunker right fast.
Now, an acid that did
do that right now.
is a chemical that they actually use every single day here at the water treatment plant. It adds fluoride to the water. Reporting live in Rock Island,
He heard you.
WQAD Quad Cities News 8.
That's how they transport it.
I said he heard
extremely
you.
aggressive. It'll eat through almost anything, including concrete.
I said he heard us.
Naturally occurring fluoride.
He had to hear he left.
It's actually a collection. It can be over 100 different chemicals.
Before I can kick it.
Radioactive chemicals, including many cancer-causing chemicals, including heavy metals, neurologically damaging elements that are called fluoride. And then this is dumped into the water supply, and the cities have doctors and dentists convinced that this is somehow good for your teeth. Fluoride is really a clever way for industry, the mining industry, chemical processing industry, aluminum smelting and processing industry, to eliminate their toxic industrial waste without having to pay for it to be handled as industrial waste. They just slap a new label on it, fluoride. They sell it to cities, and the cities dump it into the water supply.
Basically, it's a hazardous waste byproduct of the manufacture of caustic fluoride. It's a mining byproduct.
Dig up this rock. This rock is good as is. So you mix it with sulfuric acid.
I'm about to shoot to it right fast. It's real simple. You gonna see what I'm talking about? Right fast. As soon as I begin.
You got that little more hand in there?
I was scared to do.
In this way, the water supply is disposed of their hazardous waste. It's a disposal mechanism.
It's an industrial, a major industrial waste pool. They were trying to dump it into the rivers that were going out into the ocean in Florida, and Boulder stopped that and said, you're polluting, you're killing the fish, which it worked.
Yeah.
For 100 years, they decimated the local vegetation.
We can do all that shit with
damaged the citrus groves in Florida.
All right, now I'm going back. I did knock the helicopter down. Boy, let me tell you something about that limo. That limo is shit, boy.
And so they're helping.
Yeah, buddy. Why when you see, I make nothing but movies in that limo, boy.
Privately owned corporation in the world. They were also the largest producers of hydrofluorosilicic acid. Cargill at one time had like 90% of the market. When the hurricanes went through Florida, they knocked out the holding ponds, so there was a shortage of hydrofluorosilicic acid.
Yeah, but that gun ain't no joke.
Reached out to the rest of the world. Now we get it from Mexico and Japan and China.
Cause I mean, it tear them cars up fast.
They don't put it in there. So obviously it's fine.
And know what else? They don't shoot you as much when you in there shooting out that bad boy. So just think it, they don't shoot you that much and they stand in front of you, they don't come throw you out or none of that. That make it fun. We'll talk about the movie. Yeah, I got that a 50 cal on there.
It's bizarre. I mean, George Orwell, Kafka could have written this play.
See, that truck way stronger than that truck. Yeah, that truck way stronger than his limo.
Tons dumped annually in the water supply.
But the only thing about it though, it's hard to get in the back of that damn truck. I don't know why.
It was worth over $1 million. You'd be a poor person by the time you got rid of it.
It's just stupid, man.
It's extreme.
It's like sometimes you can get in the bitch and sometimes you can't.
Is there anybody that you know that might be willing to talk to us? Perhaps a whistleblower, somebody who's been injured?
That's why I don't fuck with that truck. It's a pretty truck and everything. You can shoot 3 rockets, can shoot it before it blow up. But you can't get in the back of it to use the gun.
Oh, looks like we're going to Florida.
You should be able to get in the back of that just like get in the back of this limo. Hold that button down and go back there. Man, you hold that button down, he go on the other side and get in the truck. I say fuck it.
In the early 1970s, there was no safety program in place. The only equipment you had to wear was a hard hat.
I'm almost to my bunker now.
And we didn't wear the safety glasses at the time because it wasn't enforced.
Cause you're gonna trip out over this, cause I'm gonna tell you exactly how to do it, and you're gonna laugh. Cause it's tell you it's too simple to do, and have fun doing it, and make $42,240 off it.
Think you're inventive. Had a physical by their doctor, and he actually put on my application a perfect health special.
Huh?
Mistakenly, you tend to believe somehow you're invincible.
Oh, well, he'll be all right. And let him know that whenever somebody come in, my girl gonna be ready to kick him. All you gotta do is be ready to kick him. And tell him like yourself. I don't care if some of his little friends that he know that's killers. Because all they're gonna do is bring more killers in.
Success came at a high price, the health and well-being. My first and last job was working for Occidental Chemical Company in the phosphoric acid plants in Hamilton County, Florida.
Gary,
What made you write this book?
I wanted to leave a history behind on what happened to me and some of the co-workers here in this county. It kind of gives the inside look at a phosphate plant, mainly the chemical plant where phosphoric acid is made.
Former employees of Occidental Chemical Corporation have filed a lawsuit
Oh, all right,
against the
I'm
company.
about
They
to
say
say,
they
all right.
have life-threatening diseases because the company did not follow safety procedures.
Paige, they have diseases like leukemia, emphysema, and toxic brain syndrome. For years, doctors struggled to diagnose them, but finally they found a common link. It was the phosphate plant they all worked for. Gary and several other former employees are suing Occidental for failing to provide adequate safety education and gear. One woman's husband died of bone cancer before his battle could make it to court.
They messed up my life. They messed up everybody's life, and they're continuing to mess up other people's lives. They need to come in and realize and to admit to what they are doing.
About to go give me some veggies.
When Gary Pittman filed a lawsuit against Occidental Chemical Company, he knew what he was getting into.
About to go give me some
Occidental
veggies.
was a mammoth organization and no stranger to litigation. It was Occidental that had been responsible for one of the most horrendous environmental tragedies in American history, the Love Canal.
President Carter declared a state of emergency today in the Love Canal area of New York's Niagara Falls, where toxic chemicals were discovered oozing from the ground.
My 3 kids were born with birth defects, and my wife's had cancer.
This was a site that literally is best described, orange goop, toxic soup is what it has been referred to. You had 80 different chemicals. This very bad stuff within these people's backyards was literally seeping into their basements.
Health officials are urging more families to move, but that's not as simple as it seems.
Between the years of 1947 and 1953, the Hooker Chemical Corporation, which is a subsidiary of Occidental Chemical, used the Love Canal section of Niagara Falls as a dumping site for toxic waste.
Today, we write the final chapter of the environmental disaster called Love Canal. In doing so, we make clear that when people make a mess of our environment, they should and they will be held responsible for cleaning up their mess.
The EPA concluded that Occidental dumped millions of tons of hazardous chemicals and then sold the property to the Niagara Falls School District for $1.
In papers to be filed in court in Buffalo this afternoon, the Occidental Chemical Corporation will agree to pay $129 million.
In the end, Occidental was out of pocket a total of $200 million for damages and settlements, not including court costs and the millions they spent defending themselves.
These kind of dangers no longer will be tolerated by the American public. The day of discarding hazardous materials indiscriminately.
Take me to the police station. I see you knew. We do knew.
There must never
We
be
do knew.
in our country another Love Canal. Thank you very much.
But in reality, this $200 million spanking to a multi-billion-dollar a year company is far less severe than a parking ticket to the average person. Occidental had a pattern of disregard for environmental issues. In the summer of 1979, the New York Times reported that Hooker's plant in White Springs, Florida, was convicted of polluting the air with fluoride. Even more damning were the copies of corporate memorandums passed among Hooker executives in which it was revealed that Hooker's top echelon knew and approved of the pollution violations. Finally, Hooker Company officials admitted to accidentally poisoning local water supplies, not only at the New York location, but at their Michigan and California plants. The White Springs plant that Gary Pittman worked for not only was polluting the air with fluoride, but had also dumped tons of waste on their own property. In a leaked inter-office memo obtained by an insider at Occidental's White Springs plant, reveals 25 different waste disposal sites buried on the property. This highly classified document lists the hazardous, hygienic, highly fluoridated toxins that are all buried on the site and are still there today.
Well, we both know now. There ain't nowhere in the world you can make no assault on the police office.
They have been known to buy and intimidate officials. They provided for
them motherfuckers got artillery. Them motherfuckers got artillery now, boy.
And owned judges. Gary had only 12 lawyers against Occidental's prestigious law firm, Holland & Knight, which at the time consisted of 540 of the nation's top lawyers.
You can play that shit on this game.
Gary had the
in real life? Nah.
He also had a stellar record within the company and was known as a company man. He was a loyal...
Them boys ain't playing that shit.
The last thing he had ever imagined doing was to sue the very company that had provided him such a good life. In spite of this, Gary felt his...
Come your ass in there.
He was sick and couldn't work. So Gary...
Come your ass in there and leave that bitch a body bag.
And absolutely accepted. In the end, Gary settled out of court with accidentally. And his health problems still lingered.
Because they want to kill people, them police. So you going up the alley, coming up in the alley. Shit.
Often portray strip mining as a wholesome industry that creates jobs and keeps the world. However, a closer look reveals the extreme toxicity.
That's why I say that's some bullshit. The war on drugs gave them some more authority to get more guns, right? And again, they blew up the Twin Towers on September 11th to be able to get more guns. You dig what I'm saying? And then after they blew up the towers on September 11th to get more guns, here they are do Las Vegas to live there and get the guns again. For all them trying to get them guns from us. Because they got enough guns, them. They want the gun from us now. Then it can really, fuck over.
What people don't realize is this is where hydro source electric gas is started. That's the mine of rock. Hydro source electric gas is made from the fumes off the top of the gas. It's into the city drinking water. I worked out on my field out basically.
The computer be doing that bullshit.
You don't see this on Google Earth. You just see an overview and you get the idea that this was there.
Yeah, what you see here is, common person never sees this. They don't really want you to see it either, so then you would know how much devastation there is of these things. I mean, what's so good about it is the general public don't get to see this on this meeting. And they can decide. Like I said, that's where your hydro source electric acid starts. That's the way they mine. The overburden, they take the overburden off to get to the ore.
Basically, they take a nice forest area, they cut down all the trees, they burn all the stumps, and they take all the topsoil off.
Overburden is topsoil, subsoil, clays, until they get to the ore.
This right here is just, they've already dug it all out.
Yeah, they come out and do it. As you can see the forest in the background. You can see the huge chunk of land that they have now. The phosphate lobby is very, very powerful. You know, it's just a sad situation. It's devastating to the earth. This water, this coffee-colored water, it's just hard to describe how bad it is. And when you call it water, it's not really water. It's so laden with so many different chemicals. It contains many elements such as cadmium, chromium, mercury, nickel, beryllium, arsenic, fluoride, lots of fluoride.
Lead and iodine, like radioactive elements.
It is radioactive. Uranium-238, radium-226, also traces of uranium-210, very contaminated stuff. A lot of people don't realize that this is some of the worst contamination ever.
Just like that mission you just doing, that's the same mission I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. But we get him out of the truck. We get him out of the truck. Nah, yeah, dog, get there whenever we get there. That's all right. Do your thing.
They claim they'll reclaim. They'll never be reclaimed. They will reclaim just enough land they'll have a little show place so visitors they can go show them what they can do. Yeah, we can
I told you why. I use up all the perks in here. Like right now I'm going to my mission in the helicopter. I ain't gotta drive. That's what I'm doing now. Oh no, my bad. Yeah, I did the hang up yesterday. Well, I don't feel a hang up because when it's time to deliver that shit be hard as a motherfucker. Because they give you so many things to do. And not that much time.
So to whom it may concern, I work with the above main company, chemical.
So I don't feel that shit up no more. Because when you get ready to deliver, you can get stuck constantly flipping, trying to find some shit that you can do with just you. And I was flipping. I just couldn't find no shit that I can do. Like the motherfucker killing me.
Our boss said that each of us girls would get $1 to get us another pair of panties. The chemicals also with each small.
No, I'm talking about the gang.
Years later, they moved the admin building away from the chemical plant to out by the main road. There's several more names here of other girls that could testify to this.
There's three things you can see from the space station. That's the Great Pyramid of Egypt, the Moscow Gypsum Stacks of Florida, and the Great Wall of China. And that's how large they are. They have in South Florida, Central Florida, that are 400 acres big. It's a huge operation. They dig cubic tons of rock a day. What's the water up on here? The pond water is water they use for the process. It's recycled. The water used over, and it gets stronger, more contaminated. How do they contain it? Just by building a dam like that? Dam around it. And that's what I was fixing to tell you. There's no line under that stack. It's right on top of the ground, and it is leaking. Sure it is. It's groundwater. I read somewhere about a sinkhole that took place. The reason the sinkhole developed is because of the acidic water eating away the limestone. And once the limestone gives way, you're in the groundwater. Because in Florida, when you drill a well, you have to go through the limestone to get to the air. That 84 million gallons fell through in there. It contaminated all this water around. That's what. Like I said,
Oh, yeah, 34 gonna be happy to be with you.
You have a sinkhole like that. It's just a weak point. Where there's a weak point in the cavity in the limestone is where the ground bottom falls out. Yeah, and all of them. And all of them. It's just a massive operation.
Yes, it is. And you'll see the section from the top of the gypsum stack. And the sinkhole cave in one of these sections. It wasn't all of it. Only that one section was 87 million gallons. You can multiply that times 4. You know, that's just a lot of toxic waste to be doing into the aquifers.
In addition to this recycled toxic water up there in this pond, there, in addition to that, there's a fresh water too.
Of course, they use a lot of fresh water because this is the main thing they don't want you to know. It's what they call the water bubble. It just makes you nervous if you start talking about the water bubble. What do they add back when they need water if it's leaching? It's going away. They have to add some fresh water to keep the process going. The phosphate industry uses more fresh water than any other industry in the state of Florida. And sometimes they have to release water out of those toxic ponds when it is fresh. Put it in the creeks and down into the Swanee River, and what they do to it
lime it to bring the pH up so it don't kill the fish immediately. Swanee River, they claim is a pristine waterway. But if you ask the Fresh and Game Water Commission in Florida, they'll tell you not to eat over one fish out of that river a month because of lead, mercury, cadmium. They won't tell you that much. This is just a lot of the documentation I've read through the years. What really caught my eye, just like we had talked about earlier, in 1972 through 1979, misrepresented environmental data. And they charged me $575,000 for emitting 10 times the amount of fluoride allowed in the water. And I was working there when that was going on, and the fumes were just unbelievable. It fit the glass on the windshield, make them so foggy, it would etch the glass.
Just having your car parked out there right out there. I mean, back in the 60s, you know, I mean, even earlier, they realized that those fumes were
very toxic.
Very toxic.
The phosphate company pretty much polices themselves. They have their own crew do their stat testing, all the other environmental things. And that's kind of like the part I have been involved with. They would do a test. Come down and tell you something's wrong. This tag is going to fail. And that's when you look around, find the problem straight down. So, okay, boys, y'all go up there and test. I have also been at the point where we couldn't find what was wrong, and they were doing the test, and we would just go and open a blind in the fume ducts to allow more fresh air to rush in, so it would dilute the emissions.
But I looked for a fact that they cheat on these tests. Once you know that, then you lose all faith in these regulatory agencies, because you know it's all a farce.
And this past, I'd say 6 months, I've had 4 people that I know of and I grew up with, they were younger than me, but they 52 all of them. That, I do honestly believe it has something to do with the phosphate chemical plants out there.
I would imagine you've seen some injured employees.
I've seen people burn, I've seen people blown up. I saw a man killed, he was going to weld on a rotary drum belt. Somebody had watched him with a solution of sulfuric acid pump. Found that later the guy had struck a heart, the weld, and it exploded. It killed him, messed up his brain, too, with his health. He has a very hazardous work. You digest phosphate product, sulfuric acid. That's what you're going to give off, hydrogen chloride, silicon, tetrachloride. Even at that strength, they'll eat up concrete, asphalt, stainless steel, even the fume duct which is made out of fiberglass. Very corrosive. The most corrosive acid known to man. Used to etch glass, it's used for a lot of things. One of the things is used for fluoridated drinking. Who in the world is going to drink water with this stuff?
The city of Dallas, Texas, like many cities across the nation, spends millions of dollars on contracts with companies like Cargill, Mosaic, and Penfield to fluoridate the region's water supply. On Mosaic's website, the product listed for use in water fluoridation is actually called hydrofluorosilicic acid. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, otherwise known as OSHA, is a U.S. agency that requires companies to produce a Material Safety Data Sheet, or an MSDS, for every chemical product in the market. The MSDS that Mosaic produces for the fluoride product will make your hair stand on end.
Right here I have the Mosaic Material Safety Data Sheet on their hydrofluorosilicic acid product. A material safety data sheet is a very important document to disclose safety and health issues about possible exposure to this chemical. The MSD sheet is supposed to inform you about what is this chemical, what's in it. So what we find in the case of Mosaic, their hydrofluorosilicic acid, is that it is not a pharmaceutical grade product. It is an industrial grade chemical. And under Section 2, hazard identification, it identifies a health hazard as being corrosive to the skin, the eyes, and the mucous membranes. If you come in contact with it through the skin or inhalation or ingestion, such as swallowing it, it may cause severe irritation and burns. And so on the second page, it identifies potential health effects, and it mentions that it's corrosive to the eye, corrosive to the skin, corrosive through inhalation, such as breathing, corrosive if you swallow it. In this, they're basically giving these health effects due to hypochlorous acid in a high concentration. It's less clear at what concentration this won't happen at.
As a chemist, I've looked at scores of material safety data sheets, and never in my career have I seen a warning for children in an MSDS, material safety data sheet. What happens is the companies that's producing this chemical realizes they have a revenue stream that's a little risky for them from a liability standpoint on how their customers are using this chemical. And so they've now put a warning in their material safety data sheet, warning for fluorosis, osteosclerosis if exposure occurs during enamel formation. There are no children working in these chemical plants. There are no children being chemical handlers. So this warning is for the end user. And so we presented this to the city council, and they have now been alerted that their own supplier has put a warning. And this is where we came across and said, you now need to put a warning, at least for children that you've received from your supplier. You need to put that downstream. So now the liability is on them too.
Hydrofluorosilicic acid has no known benefit in human or any physiological system. It's not even useful in any mammal. So adding that to the public water supply for an alleged benefit is a fraud, and it's a crime against the citizens of this country, and it's cumulative over a lifetime. It is a very noxious poison, and you do not have to take my word for it. If you've got a Webster's dictionary, open it up. One of the definitions is fluoride, a violent protoplasmic poison. Then you have to go look up protoplasm. We are protoplasm. So violent protoplasm for us. Say, let's put that in the water and see how the kids turn out.
Well, as we're learning, it seems like there are no rewards to this. It just seems it's just all risks.
It's all risk. It's a big lie. There's no benefit whatsoever. It's all risk.
Let's get to the science. That's what I say. Instead of covering it up, let's look at the science. What do these fluoride chemicals actually do to human beings?
There's all kinds of research out there showing it really disturbs the functioning of the body in a number of ways. Inactivates 62 enzymes, increases the aging process, increases the incidence of cancers and tumors up to 17%, disrupts the immune system, causes genetic damage, interrupts RNA and DNA, repair enzymes activity, increases arthritis, and is a system poison. These are all validated by scientific data.
We have in America today all of the symptoms of hypothyroidism, obesity, heart disease, neurological impairment.
I have been very sick. I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism about 10 years ago. There was no family history in my background that explained why I had this thyroid illness.
What were some of your side effects?
Feeling very cold, hair loss, concentration issues. It really controls your metabolism. So I had gained about 10 to 15 pounds, which is very unusual. I was very athletic my whole life and never was overweight. So I gained weight. I was sleeping a lot. Again, your metabolism is tuned down. Doing the research, fluoride is an irritant to your thyroid. Your thyroid wants iodine. And if it doesn't get iodine at the concentrations that it needs, then it gets whatever is closest that you're providing in the environment. If you look at the periodic table, you see that fluoride, chlorine, bromine, and iodine are all in the same column. That means they have very similar electronic structure and reactivity. So that's why your thyroid will uptake fluoride and chlorine when you're not giving it enough iodine.
It's a gradual accumulation of the fluorides and the other things you're exposed to out there. It gradually wears on you through the year. And that's one reason it's hard to pinpoint a health problem. Because, you work out there 6, 7, 8, 10 years before you start noticing things, and then it's almost too late then, because it's already done the damage. But I've been real weak and just lethargic.
Yeah.
So when the blood work come back, the guy asked me, he said, "What have you been doing?" I said, "Nothing. The last few days I've been laying on the couch at home. I ain't felt well." He said, "You sure you hadn't fell off of a building or something?" He said, "Look," he said, "you have a muscle destructive process going." That was exactly what he told me. And I said, what does that mean?" He said, "You got a muscle destructive process going on, and there's nothing I can do to help you."
One of the key questions is, if you run the world and you don't want competition, how do you shut down people's consciousness? How do you do that? When you put poisons, effectively, into the water supply that compromise these gateways of consciousness. And fluoride is one of the most powerful poisons that is routinely used for this purpose.
The pineal gland is actually kind of located in the center of the brain, and it secretes two hormones, DMT and melatonin. Melatonin actually regulates your sleep cycles, and it's kind of like a feel-good hormone, which also helps regulate your puberty, and it helps regulate all your hormone structures inside your system. The pineal gland to me is so important because it's been regarded as like the third eye, and even in Egyptian times they call it the eye of Horus. They call it the pineal gland because it kind of resembles a pine cone. And if you look at the staff that the Pope has, it has a pine cone on it. If you look at statues throughout the Vatican and throughout history, you'll see the shape of a pine cone, and you'll see symbols showing the importance of the pineal gland. Now, the pineal gland is also regarded in some religions as the seat of the soul, or it's your gateway or your connection to God. If you know that the pineal gland is the consciousness of the human, and that could be your connection with God, why not take it out? And the fastest and easiest way to take out the pineal gland and to calcify the pineal gland would be with fluoride, because fluoride has an affinity for those areas in the body that produce calcium hydroxyapatite.
Today in the United States, children are reaching puberty much earlier in age than they did in the past. Some evidence indicates that fluoride, via its effect on the pineal gland, could be a contributing cause to this trend.
In 1997, Jennifer Luke published her PhD thesis on fluoride in the pineal gland.
In her dissertation, she conducted animal studies and concluded that fluoride exposure has been found to cause early puberty in females. Similar findings have been reported in 2 epidemiological studies of human populations that are drinking fluoridated water. The first study was conducted in 1945 during the Newburgh versus Kingston fluoridation trial. It was discovered that girls in fluoridated Newburgh were reaching menstruation on average 5 months earlier than the girls in unfluoridated Kingston. But the result was not thought to be significant at the time. In 1983, another study was conducted in which a man with the last name of Farkas reported that girls living in highly fluoridated towns began their first menstruation cycles at a much younger age than girls living in less fluoridated areas.
When the pineal gland is calcified, it causes an onset of puberty. In my documentary, Crippling Waters, one of the ladies in there, we called her the star, a 9-year-old girl. Take a look at her. Does she look 9? She's exposed to high fluoride in her family's well water. Her dad, who's only 20 years older, is starting to bend over like this and starting to become crippled. He can't put his hands above his head. The calcification of the pineal gland is an adaptive process so that that child can have babies by the time she's 14, because she's going to be crippled by the time she's 40.
Fluoride's role in earlier puberty needs more thorough investigation. When one considers the seriousness of a possible interference by fluoride on a growing child's pineal gland, it underlines the negative and dangerous effects of fluoridation.
Dave, so what we're learning is kind of frightening, because it seems to me that once it's in your body, is it there to stay?
Yes, you can't get it out. You can
cut some of the harm by mitigating the damage and avoid it like the plague, but you really can't get it out because it's stuck in your bones. And that's when you have all those skeletal symptoms, you know, the joint pain, the arthritis, and all that stuff.
The first signs that fluoride is poisoning your bones is pains in the joints, stiffness in the joints, pains in the bones.
Well, you go to the doctor with pain in the joint, you say, well, you got arthritis. Well, arthritis, joint, ritis, pain. Oh, okay, joint pain. So we got somebody speaking to us in Latin. Oh, you got joint pain. Super duper.
We have millions of people with arthritis in the United States and fluoridated countries. 1 in 3 adults. Nobody's ever looked to see if some of those arthritis cases may have been caused or exacerbated by fluoride. Just not looking.
Are bones with more fluoride stronger or less strong? And the answer is less strong. They got studies where they tried to give them a dose of fluoride, the sodium fluoride, to cause an increase in bone mass. It did, but it weakened the bone itself. So those are case-controlled studies. That's the gold standard in medicine. So we have case-controlled studies showing that if you give people fluoride, it accumulates in their bones and it causes the bones to become white, opaque, increases the bone density, decreases the bone tensile strength. And they actually took bone that was removed from people for the purpose of replacing a joint or a hip, put it in a little device here where you put a weight on there and snap it, and they showed that the more fluoride in the bone, the quicker it snaps.
Do you ever wonder, how come everybody has hip replacements, knee replacements? I mean, you can go on and on. I can think back when I was a kid, that didn't happen. You didn't see all these crippled people. I mean, you saw a few, but it wasn't common.
I mean, how does it end up in our bones? Is it that where our body just finds?
It's calcium-rich tissue, so your body parks it there because it's got to dispose of it some way, otherwise it would kill you. So it parks in the bone, then it kills your bones. What it does once it fills up with fluoride, you get little spikes on the outside of the bone. If you take a hand and take a bone and run your hand up and down a normal bone, it's slick. And that's because muscles move around on the bones when you're running or jogging or lifting weights and all that stuff. Your muscles are moving around on your bone and it's slick so it doesn't hurt. Well, if you make that bone the texture of sandpaper, then when the muscle moves around, the fascia tears and it hurts to move. And so fluoride accumulates in calcium-rich tissues, which are bone, ligaments, cartilage, joints, and teeth. So you have to look at this as if you have a lifetime body burden, and the less you're exposed to, the longer you can go before you develop symptoms. The first, most irrefutable symptom of fluoride exposure is pain. And that's what we saw, my wife and I felt.
Still watching about the fluoride in our water.
Pain was the hugely significant symptom that they all had. They couldn't even work. And, you know, in China, if you don't work, you starve.
Why was that?
Have you ever heard of dental fluorosis? So it's comes with some of these
TV been Huh?
That's the picture of very mild dental fluorosis.
Yeah.
And so is that. You know, that young girl came to see me to get that fixed because she doesn't.
Oh yeah, like I said, I was doing just telling you how they poison our water. See, you wonder how they got so much gay going on. Can't help but be gay if the water's turning you gay.
It's been there. That's scary, you know, knowing that many people who don't even know what's in our water.
Fluorosis can become more severe than a simple white spot. In severe cases, it can deform a patient's teeth.
When you see spots on the teeth like this, that means you gave the child enough of a poison that the cells that were making that.
I told you, I don't know nobody, dog.
They made it
Kick them.
When I was a child,
Yep, kick them.
streaks of that in my
What do you want to do first?
I knew, yes, those teeth are very brittle, so I have cavities more frequently in those teeth than other ones that don't have the evidence of the fluorosis.
Maybe you've seen it. It's white, chalky spots on the teeth.
And I was told that those are calcium buildups.
From the fluoride.
Okay.
I don't think I had really, really
You already know how they do.
to start with, but I did have some teeth. They just broke. The last time this happened, I was eating a baked potato.
Cause if they don't come on here and say nothing, they gotta go.
Baked potato.
A baked potato and it broke.
These boys just popped in there just now.
The plant losing teeth.
Yep.
So the ADA, people who
in these regulatory agencies.
I thought one more just popped in there.
Overexposure to fluoride causes dental fluorosis, correct? Yeah. They know that, right?
Okay.
They know that dental fluorosis, the teeth weaken, they chip, they fall out, brown, spotty, ugly.
Yeah, we can't get him out now. We already did the kicking. Gotta wait a minute. Oh, wait, he left. They heard us.
No different. So if there was a tremendous benefit, you ought to be able to see that, and it doesn't show up at all in the computer data. So that's why they want the ratio.
Cause the gorilla do with you, huh?
If a chemical is consumed in high amounts over a lifetime, it can lead to cancer, skin conditions, bone disease, and other health issues.
There is a recent lawsuit in Maryland. It's a federal lawsuit.
257?
Believed the medical establishment at the time when her daughter was an infant. She gave
277. All right, I see him now. He bouncing. He bounced his. He just popped in now.
And so the daughter grew up with severe fluorosis, and to get that corrected, dental restoration.
Yeah, but we got to wait. Damn, I shouldn't have helped you kick him. If I wouldn't have helped you kick him, me and your boy could have kicked him.
So putting it in a baby bottle when the child doesn't have any visible teeth,
See,
there's no way on God's green earth that can have anything except a negative impact on that child. It will damage that baby's teeth.
But they sell it in the grocery store as baby's first water. I've seen that for years. How do we educate women to not buy this for their babies?
And this is why we wanted the warning for infants, because they're the most at risk. They drink their weight in water within 2 or 3 days. If you and I did that, we'd be drinking 22 liters a day.
I mean, it just goes back to the whole, these regulatory agencies that are supposed to, be kind of looking out for our best interests. And as you know, they're not.
There's no reason for the FDA to allow them to sell this as a food. It's a crime. I hope they're punished someday.
I say they have a duty to warn. They have a duty to warn you. Not one manufacturer of formula says, by the way, don't use the tap water. Women, infants, and children, WIC program. We contacted them. They refused to tell mothers not to use the tap water. You know what she said? It would damage the fluoridation program.
Fluoride is safe and effective, and it's one of the most inexpensive ways to really cut down on dental decay. Fluoride is safe and effective. Fluoride is safe. Fluoride is safe.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I told you I don't hold on to no punches. I kick them soon as they come on. I boot them. That's why I be on here so long by myself. Because first I'll be talking, and if I want people to be on here, they be on here. And then when I see that they start to kill, I start to talking. Then they start to disappearing. Then after they disappear, after that death, then I kick everybody after that. Because I be in a session by myself, and I don't be wanting to have all the bullshit going on. And if I'm in there by myself, I don't have to live there and deal with you coming in where I was at, being peaceful by myself, and then you gonna make it not peaceful, and I gotta deal with that. No. Before I tempt you to not making it peaceful, I have you go somewhere else and do what you gonna do.
So if I drink a bottle of water, should I call the poison control?
I don't have to be bothered with it. I don't have to be the one that let them holler. I should have kicked him. No, I kicked him.
Why did they put that on there? They put that on there because there were 10,000.
Like I said again, I ain't gonna get that point. Oh, I should have. No, I had.
And you know for every call there's 5.
Cause you know one thing, if he gone, he ain't gonna blow up shit. But if he on here, he got a tendency to do it whenever he want. He can lay up there and come on here and talk to you for a little while and still do it. You dig what I'm saying?
Florida's been a slow
So to avoid all that death, I just kick him. Yep. I don't want you being bad on yourself by doing or not doing. I don't want doing nothing to make you feel bad about yourself. Because I already know what's good about myself. And that's everything. I ain't about the bullshit.
Informed consent to medication. What we're doing with the fluoridated community.
Like for instance, you already know, as soon as you get in a session with a whole bunch of folks, the lowest level is the one come fuck with you. That's all, because he won't have something to do. That's all.
Bowl that's X, Y, and Z. Drink it. And you say, no, I don't want to drink it. You must drink it. You've got to drink it. I'm your doctor, I'm telling you, you've got to drink it. If he or she tried to do that to you, he or she could lose their license. You're not, you've got to tell the patient what.
Boy, you leaving planes all in the middle of the street, boy. Go ahead on.
Bad side effects. And then they make up their mind. This has been ripped away from us.
Man, I'm flying in my big old
This is not chlorine.
They call that
This is not any
kill you up station.
Chemicals that are used to treat.
That 18-wheeler. And I see a big old jet in the front of me. I gotta dodge that motherfucker. Not a jet, a helicopter. Big old fucking helicopter in front of me. I just dodged the helicopter and shit. I said that wasn't nobody but him, because that's his favorite plane there, boy.
And so when you start realizing that Prozac is a
But I can say one thing about that little plane, though. It's way better than that jet. I'm sorry. It's just that the jet fast. That's about it. Cause that bitch lock on, it gets its target. And then it locks on fast. That damn jet, you gotta wait for it to load to get you another. Yeah, bullshit.
It's a fluorinated psychoactive. In fact, almost all your psychoactive drugs are fluorinated drugs. They put it in there both as a carrier and an accelerator of the effect.
The actual active ingredient in Prozac is fluoride.
Prozac is made almost entirely.
I'm tripping off of all. I had basically all the drugs that they didn't say it on this TV. I mean, on this this game. I mean, on this documentary.
Remember the school shootings in Columbine, Colorado? They were on SSRI drugs. Those drugs make your mind think that you're not living in the real world, that you're actually sort of experiencing a false reality. And I think fluoride has much the same effect.
There's tons of products that are pharmaceutical products that, in some cases, the fluoride is just being used to, what I call potentiate it, to actually make it a stronger one. Fen-Phen, which was the diet drug that was taken off the, why did they take it off?
Yeah, if he ain't calling you, he calling somebody to come in there.
The fenfluramine was the thickening of the heart valves.
Yeah, because he just stopped making my phone call, so I knew that what he was doing.
Yeah, so what basically material grade ammunition.
Yeah, he a killer.
We probably should have tested and do that already anyway. Because if you went in and had surgery, general surgery, if you were, they could give you 4 molecules of fluorine.
Huh? Yeah, he ain't for a reason. He ain't putting in no work.
It's just amazing how things that they're around us all the time that we didn't recognize.
And see, and I trip out off of how high they keep these beats, but it be like that there because they go in session to session and pick off low ranks. Yep, they go bullshit.
Once you put a medicine in the drinking water, you can't control the dose because you can't control how much water people drink. You can't control it goes to everybody. If you ask a pharmacist if there's any drug in the store that was safe enough to give to everyone, young people, old people, sick people, people with poor nutrition, give it to them in any dose, they'd laugh at you. It's ridiculous.
There's no way you can give out a medicine without being able to control the dose. And one dose cannot take all, and you can't give a medicine to everyone. You are forcing it on people who don't want it. There are people in this audience who spend far more time researching this issue, including David, myself, and many other people in this audience. And they've stated categorically to the mayor, to the city councillors, we do not want you to force this medicine on us. We have the right to informed consent to medication. That's a very important right. This is a violation. It's being violated every day in this country to over 200 million people
There needs to be informed consent. We have that with all other medications. When we go to the doctor, he or she gives us the information of what the side effects are going to be. With fluoride, there is no informed consent. There is no safe dose for this one-size-fits-all medication that they're doing to us.
Now, all those issues are important, but the one that really concerns me is the impact of fluoride on the brain.
A study found that the EPA listed fluoride as amongst 109 chemicals for which there was significant evidence of neurological effects.
It has definite impact on the neurons, which is the nerve parts of the brain. You don't just grow those back. It's not like, well, I cut myself, so now I'm renewing myself. It doesn't happen to the neurons.
There are so many ways that fluoride could be damaging the brain. We know this from animal studies.
Dr. Phyllis Moulinix exposed rats to fluoride to work out its effects on the human brain and the central nervous system.
What we did was we exposed them, let them drink the fluoride in the water for 6 to 20 weeks. The pattern that we saw, it typically is what we see with other neurotoxic agents that are well known to cause a hyperactivity or a memory problem or an IQ problem. When I first presented the results of these studies, one of the individuals sitting and listening to the results, he says, "Do you have any idea what you're saying?" And he says, "You're telling us that we're reducing the IQ of children."
We'll fly in the sky because, you know, just in case, just let them know that you do have somebody out there.
These biochemists use fluoride in their experiments to poison enzymes.
I can take you to the mission now.
James Sumner, who won the Nobel Prize for enzyme chemistry at Cornell, and he said,
I invite you to make it to 42, 240.
want to put this substance into
Most likely we'll come back, it might be gone, the CD gone.
what makes people sick. Poisoning enzymes is what kills people.
It's highly likely that you're going to get subtle effects on the brain that the parent is not going to notice.
No wonder that our children can't read and write. It's no wonder because we're damaging their brains with a stupid preventive dentistry program that doesn't even work.
We have behavioral studies, and we have 24 IQ studies, 24 studies, which now show an association between fairly modest exposure to fluoride and lowered IQ.
Yo.
They've actually got it down to a 1 milligram dose.
Oh, that's right. She got it.
0.59 loss.
How many people in there now?
IQ point. The average IQ is 100. So if you're 95, you're in the back of the class napping because you can't understand what the person in the front is saying. And you're going to get a nice job pushing the room around. So what if you got twice that dose? Okay, you're down to 90. So what they showed in studies in other countries is that you lose all your genius out of your society. You've damaged the intellect.
But new research from China supports Dr. Moulinix's conclusion that fluoride affects mental development and IQ levels.
I've heard a great deal about a chemical that can be used on the teeth to help prevent decay. Is that a good thing to use?
It certainly is. We use a fluoride solution, and we have evidence that for some people...
50 years ago, American government scientists had clinical evidence that fluoride affected the central nervous system. But all this was kept
right now.
Chemical? Are they put some chemical in my mouth? All mention of the effects of fluoride on the central nervous system was stopped.
In my view, fluoride is where lead was in the early 70s. That argument lasted about 10 years, and it was finally proven that, yes, low levels of lead, lower than caused visible symptoms, was in fact damaging a child's mental development. I think the same thing is that we're going to find with fluoride.
As someone who has gotten off of fluoride, I can tell that my thought processes and my concentration is higher.
And so when you damage the IQ of the children, you lose your place in the country as a leader, and we have. And that's because of the damage that our government has allowed to happen to the intelligence of our children.
If there wasn't research out there that's shown conclusively that it affects the brain, the neurons, that it affects the immune system, that it affects the bones, and it is incorporated into your body. Fluoride bonding is strong. You get something to fluoride bonded, it's not easy to get it off. Well, what's going on?
Fluoride is now in thousands, and I really mean thousands of products where it has worked its way in, and I don't understand why.
I had a good friend of mine come up to me one day when I still lived in the valley. He says, Karen, he says, look, there's fluoride in Cocoa Pops, and there's fluoride in Fruit Loops, and there's, I'm going, what? What the heck is it doing? And that stuff, pesticides, operate in a lot of cases because they have fluoridated compounds.
Sadly, the dentists have begun to
I'm gonna tell you how to do this. It's fun. It's fun because I'm gonna let you do it because she don't have to do it. You gonna be straight with it. She gonna jump in. She gonna jump in the helicopter, and she gonna fly all the way across till you already know where. All right, you know where you got the factory where they got the wood at and everything? All right, she gonna fly the helicopter to there. When she get there, she gonna jump out the helicopter, and I'm gonna kill the dudes in the truck. Once I kill the dudes in the truck in that plane that you like so much, you come and kill everybody that come around me. By the time you kill everybody that come around me, and then you get in the car with me, and we drive back to the city, we gonna make $42,240,000. Just that fast. Yeah. You like making money? I say you like making money. Look, you like making money. I like making money. I'm calling it right now because how it's gonna go is when we fly, you can either drive if you want to and go catch up with them and just ride with them if you want to. I'm gonna fly, but you can make your movie look good by you jumping out of the airplane, going to your helicopter when we get out in that area. Cause when I jump out the helicopter, I'm gonna get into the armor car. You got what I'm saying? And I'm gonna stop them. When I stop them, your boy gonna get in the armor car with me. When he get in the armor car with me, all I'm gonna do is put my shit on the scenery, and you gonna just annihilate everything that gonna come around me. Cause everything gonna come around me. A whole bunch of shit gonna start happening.
Who controls the government? Money.
All right, I'm calling for
Big money.
Yeah, I gotta play. I do all these RP missions. I don't do no other missions.
What can I do for you?
There are answers to this.
It don't make no sense.
A helicopter has been dispatched.
I get double RP on all the missions I do. I don't. You didn't hear me saying that to you yesterday.
Which is water. Every living substance is composed of water.
I just told you. You right now. You can go. Look. You can go catch up with the car right now if you want to. But when you see me, look. When you see me in a car, once you see me in a car, then you can go get that helicopter that you like so much. Because once I get in the car, I'm going to get your boy out their truck. And once I get your boy out their truck, that's when everything gonna start.
Think that distilled water is the best. I recommend adding.
If you want to, it depends on if you want to drive, you can drive. You feel me? Because anywhere it go, you gonna get into your. When we get up on them, you still gotta go get in your helicopter.
So what I do, I recommend you can.
But right now, you can get in your helicopter if you want.
And run your capital right from your destination unit and fill up your 5.
Right. You'll be already be there. Yeah, because like I said, because once you kill all them dudes, because you already let the time frame go to the time frame that I want. Once you kill all them dudes and we ride back in the car, just the drive back is what's gonna make the money. That's what's gonna make the money. That's gonna make the money. The drive is what's gonna make the money. The helicopter's gonna cut us short because we didn't do the drive. Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. After you kill all the people that gonna come after her, it's on after that. Because I'm in the session right now. This dude here, he a 68. He gonna get the dude. He ain't gonna survive. You see, because once you get that dude in the car, it's on like Donkey Kong. And if you ain't got the stamina for it, you gone.
In yourself, in your food, in what you're drinking.
All right, so I'll meet you over there.
Or your electronics, or your car. It is a priority.
When you accumulate all these chemicals in your body, you have to do something.
Yeah, he was 68.
The antidote for fluoride poisoning is calcium, magnesium, vitamin C, selenium, and iron.
No, I'm talking about in the mission. I'm in the mission that we on right now. I'm on that same mission.
I'm not drinking any more water with fluoride.
See, I might say that this one might go good, and I might say it might go bad because he might just kill it and do for fun of it.
So I completely took it out of my diet.
And that's why I like doing it with people like you, people I know.
Huge problem. Kind of teamed up with Alex Jones.
Make sure I make my money.
And I was asked, what can we do? There's no product on the market.
Dog, listen to me carefully. I'm gonna bounce you from RP to RP, from character to character. We just gonna make money straight like that there, just between us three. Come on, dog. I thought you knew. I'm gonna put on every mission that I invite you to gonna be a double RP.
This fight is something that people can take on a daily basis or take on a weekly basis or take to help their body.
No, as they check them off and you go out of that,
there are two strategies.
As soon as you get into a screen where you see me and you, I'm going to end up sending you another invite from me and her. See, I told you he killed him.
And demand clean water.
Yeah, he killed him.
Clean water, that's it.
If more people would do something like this instead of just turning a blind eye, that's what's wrong with our country. People see wrongdoing, but they just pass it by. Let somebody else take care of it.
So I imagine you're kind of going to be the Lone Ranger standing up and saying, I don't want my water medicated anymore.
We should be calling our congressmen and trying to say...
Because like I said, the shit that you listening to right now, nobody don't know nothing about this, dog.
That's our water. I should have to choose if I want fluoride in my water. Why am I demanded that I have to have fluoride in my water?
If enough people will contact their legislators, contact them either through phone calls, through snail mail, I mean, if they get enough of that on a particular issue, by golly, they do set up and take notice.
Go there and bitch, because that's your public servant, okay? Last time I checked, they work for you.
You got to get a lot of people angry enough that they'll go out and stand in the rain and tell the city council that they're not going to get reelected if they don't do what we do.
What out?
They're not going to keep their seat if they can solve voices of the land. If you follow the democratic process, then this
It be like that sometimes, but still good.
Tonight, let's make it happen, because that's... I was thinking about it today. I was thinking about it today because I'm looking at my work.
Huh?
And I just sat there and I literally just prayed. I said, God,
What you talking about doing the truck?
there's got to be a way.
Oh boy, that van will go all the way back to where your boy at, and then you can kill him right there, get in the car, go right there and get your 42,240. Bro, I done did this mission so many times, all kind of ways. I got it on YouTube. Cause it's an easy $42,000 to make when you're making your own movie.
And to show that it will not be a thing. It's time that the people stand up, decide on their route for their health.
There you go. But I don't think you can do that in this. Oh, all right. All right, go do your thing, son. Cause see, we like I said again, when this mission is over with, you gonna see what I'm talking about. Cause when I get in that car, all I need you to do is be around with that helicopter. Hey, you know I am, cause I'm on a whole nother screen doing my thing too. Because I mean all the lives is hacked. You got these people tagged up.
And you dig all the scum up together. Because it's living on the team because it's duplicate.
Yeah, because you're too busy running around killing each other and shooting and doing missions that they ain't paying you nothing. I I know you, if I said you was doing a mission, man, you was doing a mission because you wasn't making no money. You about to see how to make money right now.
That's not meant to be flashing.
Thank you.
Always hope. When you feel healthy, you feel self-confident. And when you feel self-confident, you feel successful. So regardless of how bad things are, you can never really know. Change of plan it is. To know that
See where I'm going at now, huh?
there's always things you can do. Even if you do one tiny thing every single day, you're still positively changing. And if you tell one person, or if you pass an email and you share information, once remember to strap on your parachute. You're almost that. It's like the 100th monkey phenomenon. The mass consciousness will change. And I believe we're almost there. So never give up. Always, no matter what, never give up hope. Because that's what you have.
I just want to thank you.
The best thing about this job, they don't drug test.
It's a fucking shame, bro. These people doing us. I told you what he did. He killed the dude. Once he killed it, the mission over. See, because this is what I was expecting for to happen to him. When he got killed the first time, he get a second time to come on there. Right? When they killed him that time, he offered that to wait till I can finish a click off. You see? So if he click off, I get to do the thing by myself.
What a beautiful view.
Boy, look, bro. I do this so well. I can lay up there and collect the van, but don't put him in no car and let him get in the car and run on his own. Only thing about it is, he gonna stop, but they ain't gonna kill him. They'll kill me, but they won't kill him. So it's an easy thing to do. Okay. Oh, well, you can go to have fun for sure now.
Did you always want to be a psychopath, or did it develop slowly?
So your specialty vehicle is available for collection right now. We hope you're very happy, sir.
Almost there. Get ready to exit the helicopter.
You can look, I'm right there up on him.
Destination.
Nah, shit, I might take a taxi cab and fire him a little. No, I can't get no taxi cab on here though. But I might just jump in the car and just fire behind them. They ain't gonna start shooting at me until I start shooting at them. I'm incognito. I'll follow them all the way back there to the city where you at. Oh, nigga, come on, dog. We doing your movie. My movie too, because I'm broadcasting. It is what it is and it do what it do. Patience is a virtue. Oh, my bad. Go back up in there with it down. No. I'm probably gonna buy her a limo. Yeah.
What you need,
Cause you
boss?
can
Some
call
wheels? I can
you
bring
can
them
call a
round.
limo while you got your other car on here too.
I'll bring it to you.
Yeah, on their way back to the city. But they just turned off in the country. Yeah. Well, I'm on them. Ain't like they can stop and do something. Larry. Borrow this here right there. So that I get me on my car in a minute.
Shit thick. You hear me? Shit thick. Piece of shit.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
Well, I'm glad I didn't get up close on that thing. Them bitches just told me that I gotta wait 2 minutes until I can get my motherfucking on my car. Oh, you know I can. I'm going to save him on. I'm going to save him on here. I got another 63. It's a girl. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's a girl or boy. For sure.
Hello? You gonna hit me with it? What's up? I'll bring it by. I'll get back to it then.
Survive, you're gonna get 42,000. Then I'll get my car. Alright. Back one. Alright. I'll go get the car now. He alright. Shit. The land this time. See that? See, I almost jumped on top of that plane. I said, see, I almost jumped on top of your plane. I said, you see, I almost jumped on top of your plane. I'm trying to get to this truck. Yeah. You ready? Mm-hmm. Now that look like a movie. How the car drive, huh? That boy driving playing like it's a car. I ain't mad at you, Craig. Made the movie look good. That boy said, oh shit. That boy said, oh shit. Don't worry, like the boy said, don't worry, you did your job. You took care of the outstanding, hostile perpetrators. They all took out. Now it's time to get your paycheck. And right after you get your paycheck, see, on this mission here, it ain't good to have a whole bunch of people. Man, you don't see the 4 and the 2 2s and the 4 and the 0 down. You don't see that? Yeah. I'm about to send you another one. All you gotta do is come out this here. Don't. You won't. Yeah, you come out this one here. Oh, I can show you the one on that one. Herb, I can show you the one on that one too now. If you want to go to that one. All right. Cause I'll show you how to do that one too. Same price. Same price. Like I say, same price. See, when it's just you and a person you know, you don't have to worry about no blowing nothing up. You don't have to worry about nothing going wrong. Then you don't waste your time. Mm-hmm. All right. Now with this one here, here's the truck. All right. What we do this one here is, I jump in with you. Go get your helicopter, because there's two ways we can do this. We can ride around, because I know where the truck is going at. Or we can take it. It's gonna go and park. Let me show them. This might be the one way to park that already. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, this one here gonna go. It's gonna go right here and park. Yeah, it's gonna go and park. Yeah. Like I said, you just ride around. Oh, that boy got the new car. That's the new car you talking about? Yeah, you got everything on it? I like that color. That what that is, black and orange? That bad boy look like it's kind of like a sunnish. Like fire black. Like some kind of what they call that there? Damn, what they call that shit? Lava. Lava black. Lava. There's a lava color, that red shining on it, make it look like lava. And one thing about you go make sure you get your horn on your shit. I said you make sure you put a horn on your shit. If you don't do anything to them cars, nigga, you put a horn on them, bitch. Yeah. Now you gonna go and park. I'm gonna show you where you park at. Hold on. Look on that map. Cause sometimes they go by the sometimes they go way over here. But don't look like he gonna do that this time. Let's see. He gonna go over here. Good spot at. You know where that auto shop at? Where we be going to get the packages off that plane? That's where he going at. Huh? It don't really matter, cause like I said again, as long as we kill everybody on the board. That's when the money come in too. The time you take, and then the killing everybody on the board, and then the ride back. But I don't think this one here gonna give us 42. This one here gonna be like, yeah, this one here gonna be like 23 to 30. I guess you ain't wanna go with the rims that came on there, huh? The rims and tires that came on there. Put it like this. Put it like this here. Them rims and them tires go with that car and make that car go where it gotta go fast and control. You see? Any other tires I done sorted out and got it put on that damn thing, I cannot control it. So yeah, so if you can't control it, you can't get the most speed, you can't get the speed out of it that you want. You ready? Alright, told you. You gotta do nothing. This dude, or you can just, like I said, he gonna go and park the truck. We just gotta kill everybody on the board. Huh? He's supposed to stop on by the spot I was talking about. Alright, yeah, he didn't stop. He where I was talking about. Yeah, man, when you went, like I say, with these tires that you got on there, they good, but the tires that come on there, you can handle it better. I guess because they come on there. And you can get bulletproof. So, it is what it is. Now, I can call Mayweather or we can go deal with him. Oh man, you killed the dude, man. You supposed to shoot around him. Killed the poor little dude. The dude ain't had nothing to do with that. He was just a driver. I get your guns ready, son. They about to come. I guess you ain't know nothing about this, huh? Of course. Yeah, shit. You might well get your Gatling gun out, 'cause they about to come. Of course, they have a whole bunch of people coming, son. Yeah. So as soon as I make this turn this truck around, they coming. Told you. Tell them how sneaky they are, huh? Yeah. Oh, hold on. Yeah, I gotta move the truck up some. Here they come, here they come, here they come. There they go. No, they ain't all of them. You get to see some more. One more round. Oh, that seems like that might be all of them. That boy. All right. Poach been 7. Yeah. Dog, as we keep on doing this, I'm gonna send you the invite, son. I'm not gonna leave you out. We're gonna go from this one here to another one. Until you get tired of going to them. I'm just showing you where the money at. Now, go to your playlist, and all these that I just put on here is gonna be on your playlist now. You can make your own playlist. There you go. Because you don't want a playlist with nothing with play on it. You want a playlist with nothing but money on it. Because until these bad boys stop being double XP, that's what you want to play. You don't want to play nothing else. Because think about it. Even the ones that you do play, look at this pedestrian here. I'm trying to make that turn and that bitch speeded up on me so I couldn't make it. Just like real life, bro. I'm trying to tell you what they doing. I'm telling you what they doing. You think I be bullshit when I be telling the shit I be telling you, but you be seeing the shit I be telling you is true. Right or wrong? Hey, all I do is try to tell you so you know the truth for yourself. Now, was that longer or shorter than us doing those survival missions? Thank you. Look how much it was. See? And we ain't had to go all 10 whole fucking levels of us doing what they want us to do. We can change this around and do this however we want to do just by taking our time and doing it. Cause like right now, your list gonna be based off all of these double XPs that we done did. It's gonna be straight down the road. And you see when you don't see it on there, click off. Go to it on yourself. Go to it yourself. Don't try to go to it like you know how we be doing that refresh shit. Fuck that shit. Just go straight to your thing and go to it. See and see when somebody else end up getting your what they call that there? Our what you call that the host, you do just like this here. I'm about to send you. Yeah, go ahead and leave, man. Shit, cause like I said again, you won't be in somebody else. Tell the truth, they gonna go too fast and it's gonna be a waste of time. That's why I don't go dealing with them. See, like, and see if we were playing one where if they race to try to go do it, what can happen is they can die and it can still be done. That's cool. But on this, what they racing trying to do it with them, if they blow the fucking truck up, that's a wrap. And you can see how that dude getting there trying to steal your car. This ain't gonna go good. Where I'm saying invite that I don't right now. All you gotta do is come out there. Going back to the 42. As a trip, how they keep on putting somebody else as the host to the heist. I don't think they should be able to do that shit though. I just said that you put like this. You can wait around and see what they gonna do. If long as they wait around, you can wait around too. Either they click off or they destroy the truck. One or the other. Cause if they click off, good, then you can go get the truck. Huh? They messed with the truck? Somebody got the truck, huh? You still ain't fucking with the truck? You did right, that drive this way. Boy, you should give a thumbs up, boy. I'm not gonna do it. Stop fucking with me like that. I didn't hit that truck. That's why the car didn't get fucked up. Oh. Yo.
Hello, Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help you? So your specialty vehicle is available for collection right now. We hope you're very happy, sir. Home screen.
F.05. Text to speech unavailable here.